Hello, everybody. In this episode, I want to talk to you about Google Forms and collecting information for your capstone project or really any project. To create a Google form is as simple as going to your Google Drive and then going to New and then Google Form. Once you hit a Google form, it'll show up. You can even, they've added Gemini to it. I haven't used this yet, but you might be able to get a nice head start on it there. And then you can get started here. I've got one partially set up as an example. So I always encourage you to start off with a title and make sure that the title goes here. I want to encourage you to write a short description and then think about the user. Think about when you take surveys. You want it short, clear, easy to use, and really focus on your design. Google Forms are great because you can send them out and then people can easily use them on any device, or you can have it set up while you're doing interviews or observations and just be inputting them on your phone, Chromebook, or another device. So here are some examples of questions on a Google form. One of the very obvious questions is a multiple choice question that will reduce any answers just to one single answer. You can simply, who are you, and this. When it comes to taking surveys, sometimes you want to require some answers. Sometimes you don't. Remember that you want it to be easy for the user to put in information, but also to guide through and use the information as you, the designer, also. So the next thing is another example of multiple choice. You can click here. There are three dots down below that you can add descriptions. You can even base more sections on answers. Now, I do want to encourage you, just like whenever you take a quiz or a survey, that you usually want, if you're doing a good survey, it should be probably definitely less than 20 questions. Kind of the sweet spot's right around 10 questions, with more multiple choice, true, false, matching, binary questions, and things like this, things like a checkbox. So when you have a checkbox, where do you use Wi-Fi? You can have people check all that apply right there. You can also have people rank them. So you can do some kind of response and say, hey, I only want people to select at the most 3, and say in the directions, instead of check all that apply, you might say check your top 3 or something like that. There are ranking questions with linear scale. Remember, a good rank is 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, 1 being very difficult, 5 being very easy, 1 being very hard, 5 being very awesome. And then I want to encourage you to have some short answer questions at the end. For example, what do you like most about my design, and what can I improve about my design or my product, or things like that? That kind of brings me up to the top here. If you have a website, please don't put your big, long website like this. You would want to copy it, and then you would want to say, hey, let's make this easy for the user. I'm going to highlight the text. I'm going to click on the link button, paste it in there, and then take that off, just so it looks cleaner. Again, easier for the user. All right. A couple just artistic tips is customizing it. You can hit here. You can find some images that go with it. You can do color design and font and things like that. Another thing you can do is, and then finally, when you're ready to publish it, you hit publish. And we want to make sure that we are not limiting who takes this. We want our response to be anyone with this link can respond. Don't limit it to your school district or your work base. Say anyone can respond and hit done, but do not give them editing access. For some reason, it then restricts me again. So I want to make sure that I have responses, anyone with this link, and hit done. All right, clicked on that. I hit publish. Before you send any link to anybody, always copy it and then open in a new tab, test it out. And then also, I always encourage you to check. Do you really need to collect email? In my case, I would say, no, I don't need to collect email. So you can get through here, hit responses, and then collect email. And I would say, do not collect email. Now, when I refresh this, all right, it's gone. You can simply go through here. You can test it, make sure it all works, hit submit, and look and see as your results come in, nice and easy to use. Hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.